Hi you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with our weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. This week, since we are well into the new year, I thought it would be important to cover why it is so important to declutter your home. So not only does decluttering make you feel more at ease, more peaceful in your home, you no longer have to be a manager of things and items, but it also has some health benefits to your indoor air quality and to the overall health of your home as well as your body. And so we're going to talk about why it's important, but also how to do it and some really easy places that you can start decluttering to actually maximize the number of toxins that are being removed from your home. So I don't know if you are like me, and now that the holidays are behind you, you are getting rid of a multitude of things that have made it into your home over the last year. I do have to say, however, each year I get a little bit better and I have to purge fewer items because I too am learning how to declutter my house and how to maintain it. In fact, as I've gotten older, I've realized how much I hate being a manager of things. I went through a phase a few years ago where I literally spent every other month in our unfinished basement at the time, moving items from one spot to another in attempts to organize it. And what I realized was I had a real problem, and it wasn't with where the items were. It was that I had too many items. And that's when I began working towards the goal of completely decluttering my home. So our whole family is definitely getting better with this and learning to enjoy the experiences that we have together instead of buying things. And it got me thinking about how I could prioritize decluttering from a health perspective. So learning how to declutter your home to benefit your health and your home is honestly a huge win, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. So our home's indoor air quality is affected by many different materials and products in our home, and we can control the quality of our air at home by limiting certain products and certain items. It takes a little bit of knowing what to look for and research in order to keep toxins out of the house, but it is totally doable. And it's an excellent reason to learn just how to declutter your home in that right way. So decluttering your home is a great time to start getting rid of toxic products and toxic materials as you're already in that mindset to pare down and say goodbye to things that you no longer use. So if nothing else, when you declutter your home, it allows you to enjoy your home more and get rid of the bogged down feeling that comes with it when you're surrounded by stuff and clutter. So I'm going to walk you through the specific toxins in our home products and our home materials and why it can be a positive change to remove them from our home. Any way we can remove a toxin from our daily life is a way that we can lighten the load on our immune systems, our endocrine system, and our body. So VOCs are volatile organic compounds. They're often found in paint, but can also be in other solvents and products around the house. They off-gas into the home, and oftentimes they stay in the air for very long periods of time. So a common VOC is formaldehyde, which has been labeled as a known carcinogen to humans. Formaldehyde is found in plywood, particle board, glues, and adhesives that hold items together in our drapes, our fabrics, and certain types of foams that are around our house as well. So VOCs are also found in perfume, in cleaning products, hobby supplies, as well as personal care products. And these materials and products are constantly releasing these volatile organic compounds into the air we have in our homes. Many VOCs can actually damage the liver, they can damage the kidneys and the central nervous system with this long-term exposure that we're talking about. So by reducing items in your home that have VOCs in them, it's highly beneficial to your indoor air. You can choose to declutter your home, and you can also help reduce the number of VOCs as you remove certain items from your house. Dust is another item that you're going to be getting rid of. The more you have in your home, really the more dust you have. Furniture, knickknacks, shelves, and other surfaces require constant cleaning and removal of dust. And the fewer things you have out on shelves, the less dust collects and the easier it is to actually clean. What we know about dust is that it contains chemicals from cleaners, it contains viruses, bacteria, and even pesticides that get brought in from outside, and pesticides that come from our textiles in our homes. So it's very important to keep dust to a controlled minimum in order to avoid these contaminants from floating around our air and throughout our home. So the fewer items you have cluttering your house, the less dust you'll have overall. And this is why when you declutter your home, you are ultimately eliminating places dust can settle. And the last item we're going to talk about is fragrances. So fragrances are in many home products. Many you may not have even realized. I mean, obviously there are air fresheners, scented candles, room sprays. These all contain fragrances, but even things like sheets, plush, toys, and other home items have fragrance within them. Synthetic fragrance is essentially a grouping of chemicals that are all mixed together in order to replicate a scent. And they also serve as a way to cover up a foul smell from other chemicals used within the product. Synthetic fragrances are most often linked to disruption in healthy hormone production, as well as burdening the liver. So getting rid of anything that contains synthetic fragrances is going to help lessen the load on your body and allow your body to begin functioning as it should, filtering out toxins and performing at a higher capacity. So these three categories also bring in these toxins to your home. We're looking at pesticides, flame retardants, PFAs, bisphenols, and formaldehyde. These are all additional toxins that are found in your home within your dust from fragrances, and these are types of VOCs. So we're going to talk about how to get rid of these things as you declutter your home and what you should prioritize first. So really the trick is knowing where to start when we are going to declutter your home with the purpose of health or the idea of creating a healthier home. First, we're going to look at old cleaning products. So cleaning products can contain formaldehyde. This increases their shelf life. They can contain harsh antibacterials, and this is to kill good and bad bacteria around your home. They also contain synthetic fragrances. This is to mask the smell of those other chemicals that are in the product. So removing whatever you don't use on a regular basis will help you by reducing your exposure to these particular chemicals. One thing that really helps is trying to pare down your cleaning cabinet to just the essentials in order to keep chemicals to a minimum. I think the best way to do this is to embrace a concentrated cleaner. Use it in multiple areas of your home, and you can alter it by adding maybe some essential oils or some rubbing alcohol or peroxide to use the product in different ways around your kitchen, your bathroom, and your laundry. But if you use a concentrated cleaner, you have just one cleaner in your home and you don't have to worry about other products around your house, where to find them, and your house will be decluttered as well as clean. The second place we're going to declutter is that area of your maybe garage or your basement that has leftover paints and solvents. So paints and solvents will off-gas for their entire life, even when in a stored container. If you don't need the paint or product anymore, I would encourage you to safely dispose of it. You'll be clearing up space in your home or your garage, but you'll also be getting rid of harmful VOCs that can be impacting your indoor air quality. Another area to look at is unused linens and towels. So not only do many linens and towels contain chemicals to protect them from stains, as well as formaldehyde, which will reduce wrinkling, but they also are a home for dust mites, and they usually contain pesticides if they are not an organic cotton. So if you can pare down what you use to just the essentials. So for our house, that meant 2 sets of sheets for each bed and 1 set of towels for each bathroom. You'll be eliminating not only the toxins that we talked about, but a huge source for dust mites, and you'll be creating space in your closets, which is an added bonus. Another area that we can really make a huge impact is getting rid of scented candles and air fresheners. These are filled with chemicals from synthetic fragrances, and these toxins are not only released into the air when you're burning the candle, but they're also being released into the air just sitting inside your home. So I encourage you to ditch the candles. This year, you could try essential oils in a diffuser instead. And trust me when I tell you that you will not notice getting rid of fragrances. You will not miss it. You might miss it initially, but it goes away very, very quickly, and you will be surprised at how quick you really actually like the unscented nature of your home. So you'll be doing your indoor air a huge favor by getting rid of these items. It's also the time to ditch any scented room freshener that you use and opt for a healthier solution. So anything with those synthetic fragrances has got to go. Decor that you don't love does not need to stay in your house. So if you don't love it, please don't keep it. I've been so guilty of this in the past. I used to keep everything, and I couldn't part with gifts or things that I'd made or something that someone gave me. It would take me a really long time to come to terms with this and get rid of it, even though I didn't really love it. It made for a really messy hodgepodge of clutter that collected a whole lot of dust in my house. So decor oftentimes is a dust magnet, and we know that dust contains those chemicals, pesticides, and viruses and bacteria that we talked about earlier. All of these can negatively impact your health. So if you can pare down what you have to just what you love, it will be easier to clean, and you'll be creating a healthier indoor environment. So if you have kids, and if you have children like mine, I will be praying for you as you attempt to donate items and stuffed animals. Stuffed animals are notorious for being the home for dust mites, as we can't wash them as frequently as we probably should. Keeping just what your child truly plays with or absolutely needs is going to reduce those dust mites. It's going to reduce potential for formaldehyde exposure, potential synthetic fragrance in their play space. So getting rid of toys that no one plays with anymore is going to help minimize the amount of plastic and heavy metals in your home as well. And all of these are beneficial to your home's health as well as your health. And then your closet. So clothes that don't get worn can be donated to a shelter, or you can sell them. If you're not wearing it, it is not only cluttering up your closet and collecting dust, which again, we already know is reducing the quality of your indoor air, but some clothes can contain those toxins due to stain blockers and formaldehyde, making the product anti-wrinkle. These are off-gassing in your closet as well. So if you don't wear it, simply get rid of it, and you'll be reducing the number of VOCs in your closet and your home. And then I want you to open up your cabinets and look at your personal and beauty care products. Beauty products that contain fragrances and a variety of other chemicals really should be removed whenever possible. So if you have old products that you no longer use, this is a great time to get rid of them. It's also a great time to pare down what you use. So oftentimes the chemicals found in beauty products do not lose their potency as they age, but the toxicity actually increases over time. So this decluttering, again, may be a good time to swap out products or pare them down and use simpler products and have a more healthy product routine within your home. Finally, we're going to go to the kitchen, and we are going to ditch the plastic kitchen storage. Now, storing food in plastic containers is not only a big no-no when it comes to your health, but all of those plastic containers are often making your cabinets really cluttered. I know for us, it wasn't just food containers, but it was also plastic water bottles that started taking over. The realization that each person in my home really needs a maximum of 2 water bottles was like taking a breath of fresh air. So not only was I getting rid of plastic in my house, but I was able to create a clutter-free environment in our kitchen. So if you're in the midst of decluttering, swapping out plastic for a few glass containers, this is the way to go. I also am sharing with you in this week's blog post another post I did that actually walks you through the steps of cutting out plastic in your kitchen and creating a really healthy environment there as well. So once you declutter your home, I would invite you to jump into the Healthy Home Blueprint as another way to make your home a truly healthy space. So once you've got it under control, this is like the next step to creating a space that really supports your health and wellness. It's not a space that, we don't want a space that burdens your body down, right? And the Healthy Home Blueprint will take you through every single area of your current home. It will help you get rid of toxins right away, but then we're also planning for the future. Some of the bigger changes that we can make in your home down the road. Some of them are just habit changes. Some of them are material changes. Some of them are swapping things out. They're all items that are important, and I have it layered so that you start with the most impactful items first. And oddly enough, these are the items that most of us can do without spending a lot of money. So you can start for just $43 today if you wanted to start on your own Healthy Home Blueprint, create a totally healthy home that supports your health and wellness. The link is in this week's blog post. So as always, I am so thankful that you're here, and I am so thankful that you are following along and trying to create your own healthy home. I do have a download that goes along with this week's video and blog post, and you can get it at the link that's at the bottom of the video description. I truly hope that you can take at least one thing away from this video and apply it in your own home. And I also hope that you will subscribe to my channel, because I'm here every single week with new advice, new tips, new ideas on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness.